Hello and welcome to your first hands-on experience with wireless sensor networks. In previous lab, we have built sensors, actuators, and transmitted data wirelessly. Today, we're going to get that collated data and share it over the internet. To accomplish that, we will use an online platform called Shively.com, and you will need the same materials that we used in previous lab. You will need one breadboard, hookup wire, preferably divided instead of 4 colors, one 20K ohm resistor, a photoresistor or light-dependent resistance, 2 breakout boards, 2 USB-A to Mini-B to configure the XBs, a computer, one XB configured as a coordinator API, the API mode should be set to 1, one XB configured as a router AT. Remember that in the XCTU configuration, the XB should belong to the same PAN ID. The DH and DL of each XB should be the other SH and SL. The router AT-XB has to be configured to periodically take analog samples from the DIO 0 pin. We will use the same sensor board that we prepared for the Sunset Sensor Lab. All we need is a photoresistor and a resistor placed in series, making a voltage divider. If you don't remember how we did it, you can also see the last lab, collecting data in a computer. We're going to use the 3.3 volt pin of the Arduino to power the XB. We will connect the second XB later on. We will need to create a device and an account in Shively.com. Create an account and log in into Shively.com. In the Develop menu, click on the Add Device area. Give a name and a description to the device. Since our goal is to share the data with everyone, we're going to make this device public. Pay attention to the API key and the URL at the API endpoint, as we're going to need it later. Now we switch from the browser to the terminal. We need to create a file with the data we want to update. We call it feed_update_payload.json. And we use the curl command with the magic parameters you can see on the screen to transmit the data. Note that we use the API key and the URL of the API endpoint. We go back to the browser and we see that now we have some beautiful channels with some beautiful data in our device. First task accomplished. Congratulations! Now we should take the data from the sensor, create a JSON file, and use the curl command to upload it to Shively. Let's do it step by step. Let's connect the hardware like we did in the previous lab. We're also going to run the Python program we wrote in the previous lab to verify that we're receiving the data. If everything works, take a deep breath. We're very close to publishing our data to the internet. We take the example code and introduce our API key, the URL of the API endpoint, and the duration of the execution of the program. We change the serial port if needed, and then we run the code. Take some time to enjoy the moment. Then we go back to our browser and our data is published online. Mission accomplished. Congratulations, this is the end of the lab and where the real fun starts. Don't forget to keep us updated on your projects and teach what you have learned to others.